welcome to the Purple Positivity Podcast for March the 7th, 2018. It is my friend Kat's birthday. Happy birthday, kitty. I'll be calling you later, even though I know you're not hearing this, but I'll be calling you. So, everybody, send out happy birthday vibes to my kitty, because she's awesome. I am your host, the amazingly adorable Rebecca Thistle, podcasting to you live-ish from my kitchen/dining room table in my apartment, which I call Jeffrey Thistlework. Yay! So, I had a weird night last night. But it was weird in an awesome way. I don't quite know how to explain it. But it got me thinking about something that happened 15 years ago. I was about 16 years old. So you do the math and figure out my age and don't judge me. Yeah, you want to know how old I am, you have to work for it. Anyways, I was going through a rough time. I was a little brokenhearted, shall we say. And I at that time, I hadn't yet really fully understood what a broken heart felt like, but I was pretty depressed and I was feeling pretty broken, and I was still relatively sighted, at least sighted enough to read. I was again, in hindsight, I was losing my vision. I didn't know it at the time, but I was losing my vision, but I was still able to read. So I was seeking solace in books, as I had always done my entire life. And so I'm looking around at books in the fiction section, and I come across a spine with the title Dangerous Angels. And I sat there for a second staring at it. My head kind of cocked to one side, and I was attempting to raise one eyebrow, like people do, except I don't, because I don't know if my, eyebrow muscles aren't made to do that or what, but I couldn't do it. But I was sitting there staring at this book, and I went, what? So I picked it up, and I turned it over to read the, publisher's summary. And above that summary were these words: love is a dangerous angel. And those words hit me like a 2-ton truck, a 10-ton truck maybe. I don't know, I near about, in all seriousness, I almost literally collapsed on the floor, just completely gobsmacked by those words. Because I knew them to be true. And I'd never heard it put that way. But it's stuck with me ever since. And in case you're wondering what the book actually was a collection of Weetzie Bat books by Francesca Lia Block. I remember checking the book out. I remember reading the book. But I remember nothing about it, save for little images here and there. But I can't recall. But those words always stuck with me. Love is a dangerous angel. And so, last night, I had a wonderful conversation that cut me open. It sounds so weird to say that. It was a wonderful conversation, but it hurt to have it. It's really weird. You see, in my entire dating life, I started dating when I was 16. I have never learned how to have a normal, healthy relationship. And I know a lot of that is probably just me, because, like, I'm one of these people, like, something makes me happy, I want more of it until it makes me sick, and then I'm probably gonna want it again. Like, when I see a new show on Netflix that I really like, I binge watch it. I try and tell myself, no, pace yourself. No, I binge watch it in like a day or two. And I go, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I wish there was more. But there's not more, so I just rewatch it like 50 gajillion times. But I'm kind of the same way in relationships. But the problem with people is they are not Netflix shows. Well, that's not really a problem, actually, depending on the show in question. But that's a problem for them, not a problem for me. Well, maybe it's a problem for me. Anyways, the what I'm trying to say is that people get freaked out when you get really intense and really obsessive really fast. And depending on the person, depends on how they deal with that state of freaked outedness. And, but no one's ever given me a progress report. No one's ever said, hey, dude, slow down. It's okay. Calm down. No one's ever said, Becca, look, back off. No one's ever been that honest with me. Actually, the one person that I thought was being that honest with me ended up being a total liar. And I don't want to talk about that because that has nothing to do with what's going on right now. But no one's ever called me on this weird, creepy obsessiveness. And I mean, I've tried and called myself out on it and said, look, I know I'm being creepy. I know I'm being stalkery. Please tell me, how do I deal with this? Like, in the past. And no one's ever been honest. And so on the one hand, it's like, okay, I need to back off. I need to calm down. I need to just, chill, take a chill pill. I used to sell chill pills, but not anymore. But then on the other hand, it's like, I just want to stick a flag in your head and conquer you. Because that was like, oh, I'm in trouble. That was the most dangerous thing you could have said to me. But at the same time, I can't, because that's creepy and weird. And I want to respect this person. I want to do this right. Even though I don't know how to do this right. I want to figure out how to do this right. So, even though I've spent my entire adult life playing with dangerous angels, I now realize that I was playing the wrong game. And I'm having to BS my way through it. or figure it out as I go along. Or maybe, like, you know, when you're a kid and, like, you make up games, but, like, as you're making up the game, you're making up the rules. So, like, oh, no, I'm not in trouble because it's a Wednesday and I was touching this tree with my index finger and not my pinky finger. And, you know, you come up with, like, some weird cockamamie story about why you're not a loser. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel right now like someone's just completely changed the rules on me, and on the one hand I'm frustrated, but mostly with myself that I didn't already know what the rules were. Partially with the game in and of itself. But at the same time, I'm glad that somebody's taking the time to very patiently say, that's not how it's played, Becca. That's not how we do this. Deep breath. Let's try this again, sort of thing. And so I'm mostly grateful. Like I said, I'm a little mad at myself. I'm a little embarrassed. But I'm mostly grateful. And there's still that, like, insane, you know, obsessive part of me that's like, yeah, I want to attack him and, like, call him my own. I want to, like, put him in a net and take him home and be like, look what I caught, Mom. But, you know, I can't. That's not how we do it. That's apparently not normal. Not that I've ever done that, by the way. Not literally. So it's really cool. It's really cool. So I'm going to finish my coffee and I'm going to go about my day. And I'm going to learn how to play with dangerous angels safely. And by the way, going back to Kat, I really, really, really hope she answers my call. I mean, it makes it sound like she's ignoring me, and maybe she is, but I don't think she's doing it because she doesn't care. She's having a hard time in her life, and I don't want to say too much about that because that's her life. And she's just going through a process right now. So hopefully she'll answer my call later today so that I can tell her happy birthday and remind her that I'm glad that she's alive. And that I love her. Anyways, I sort of spaced out thinking about her because she's pretty awesome. If you would like to contact me on social media, the username to look for is PurpleBecca923. That's PurpleBecca 923. That is my username on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram and Snapchat. You can also email me there, purplebecca923@gmail.com. And the website is still purplebubblespace.simdiff.com.